고요. 느낌이 좀 색달랐습니다. 테란전에서도 그런 능력이 나온다면은 최호선 선수가 분명히 테란전 강자라고 할지라도 김지현 선수가 꺾지 못할 이유는 없다라는 생각이 들 정도로 앞선 저그전은 잘했어요.
분위기 캐프레이커에서 최종전 경기 단판 승부거든요. 여기서 이기면 16강 진출하는 겁니다. 경기 가보도록 하죠.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the final game of the night, or day, or whatever time it is for you. It's actually lunchtime for me. This is perfect timing. I can finish this game, go have a nice big lunch. Fantastic. Anyway, we're going to be watching a rematch of Sock versus Shiny from the first series, during which Sock absolutely destroyed Shiny. But I guess we'll see what happens here. I think Shiny just has to make a small adjustment to his game, which is to beware of barracks. I think that would be a good plan for Mr. Shiny here, as barracks have been quite unkind to him. It's like Sock just chewing his gum. I actually read or saw some article recently that was like some study that said apparently constantly chewing gum causes like migraines in teenagers or something. I can't remember exactly, but there was some correlation between people who chewed a lot of gum and getting migraines as kids. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. I don't know why, but anyway. Yeah, so we're cross-map TVT on Circuit Breaker. Could see a longer game here. Both the TVTs that these guys played already were actually relatively short as far as TVTs go. I mean, I guess their second game on Electric Circuit wasn't that short. Still, wasn't like one of those crazy long split map hour-long TVT fests. Not that there's anything wrong with those. They take a long time, but they're quite fun to watch with the mass battle cruiser action and things. And well, looks like nothing crazy happening so far. It looks like we're gonna have a 1-Rax expand here from Shiny, whereas Sock is going for the factory first, which is slightly more standard. 1-Rax expanding is fine though. Well, basically, you can actually 1-Rax expand in every matchup as Terran, and it's actually completely fine. Of course, you see it most in TVZ, obviously, but TVP and TVT, it actually does work, certainly. You should probably see at least in TVT, in fact. You see a reasonable amount of TVP nowadays as well. Anyway, it looks like Shiny checked the middle of the map for proxies, because of course he is the one going for the fast expand, does not want to get proxied. And both players otherwise just gonna go check things out. I think the cross map spawns will also help Shiny a little bit here with his fast expand, make it a little bit harder for Sock to put on any early aggression. In the meantime, it's looking like Sock wants to go for fast expand as well. He has pulled 2 of his guys off gas, so he's just going to go for a vulture and then expand. And now the SCV is going to come in here. He's going to see the expansion. He'll probably send the first vulture straight over here. It'll be similar to what we saw. I mean, you know, when Shiny went 14cc against Sock, except obviously he's going to have a couple more Marines in the bunker this time, and it's a little bit longer distance. So I assume he won't just die to the initial vultures. Oh, another big difference is that on Electric Circuit, where they played that first, that's their second game with the 14cc, there was no ramp, and it was a very wide opening between the main and the natural, so it was very easy for Sock to run vultures in. But on this map, obviously, there's a narrow ramp. Even the opening at the natural is a little bit smaller. You can see the barracks being floated down to land on top of the bunker to block a run by, so it's going to be very difficult for Sock to pull a similar kind of stunt that he did in that game and just get 3 vultures in and just kill everything. So I think this is going a lot better for Shiny compared to that game at least. But of course, everything is, but you know, that's not saying too much because that game went disastrously. Oh man, just as I say it, is he really gonna run by? Oh my god, there weren't enough Marines in the bunker because that Marine was chasing the SCV. Oh man, dude. Shiny, did I curse? Is this my fault again? Did I caster curse him and let this vulture in? See, the only reason this worked is because that Marine was chasing the SEV. And he's now brought 2 Marines back, and that might just let another vulture in, which would be really funny. In the meantime, we're actually going to see, well, we're seeing a control tower. I don't know if this is drops or cloak wraiths, to be honest. Oh man, this vulture is just being such a pain. Ah, he gets the SEV again. Oh my, he might even leave. Oh no, there's a Marine there now. Okay, so the second vulture comes. I think I was actually a bit lucky that there was no immediate second vulture, because while those 2 Marines were out of the bunker, he could have just ran straight in. That would have been horrific. Anyway, as it is, he took a bit of damage, but I think it's okay. Well, he lost 3 SCVs, but you know, still, it could be worse. It could be worse. Anytime he's going to run an SCV in here, I don't think he's going to see the starport though. But he's going to see that the second factory is only started. No, he's going to see the starport, I think. Yes, and he sees the dropship. I'm pretty sure he saw that. Sock, you can see, is not happy about that. So it is going to be drop play. And it's been scouted now, so Shiny should be prepared for this. And we saw, in fact, how Sock's drop play did not work well against Shiny in that game on Electric Circuit. Although obviously the situation now is quite a bit different. Looks like the barracks is now floated forward. There are a few mines being laid. Those won't be overly useful. Once a decent number of mech units get up, they should be able to just move over that minefield. But here we go, the vulture drop going in. Actually, a lot of speed vultures coming out for Shiny. He might just force the drop to be defensive. No, it looks like he's going to move out. He's going to have to come back very, very quickly. Though. He's going to grab these 2 vultures that are out on the map, but this drop is now going into the back of his natural. I don't know why he doesn't have more stuff at home to defend this. He saw the dropship. He's going for the counterattack. Is this really the good idea? Oh my god, the mass wall at the front! Fantastic move by Sock. Completely walled himself in against the counterattack, but 2 Goliaths do come out and will ward away the dropship. The dropship, of course, will escape because there's no range on those Goliaths, but great move to block the counterattack. He knew he wouldn't be able to hold. He only had 1 siege tank coming out, of course, because the second factory was so late. He basically had no ground units to stop the 5 vulture counter. And so just use those buildings. That was really, really nice. Good crisis management there. Anyway, it looks like the vulture drop is still trying to find a little opening here to poke in, but not really able to this time, man. I mean, that was cool moves from both players. I can sort of understand Shiny going for the big counter, just relying on those 2 Goliaths to defend himself, and then just trying to do as much damage as possible with his own vultures. But in the end, didn't quite work out. I mean, if that building wall hadn't gotten up, he could have just laid mines all around the 1 tank, killed it off, and then just killed a million SCVs. Anyway, looks like both players laying some mines outside each other's bases. Again, not going to be overly useful. I suppose laying on the other side of the bridges might be useful because the units will be coming out like in single file. So it'll be more likely a mine might randomly go off. And uh-oh, looks like there is a slight opening here. 1 vulture is going to creep in. It looks like it's primarily a scouting vulture, I think. Yeah, he's not supposed to do too much damage. Just check out, you know, what's going on in his opponent's base. 1 Goliath just warding that guy away. The lone defender of the main base. And here's the big mine clearing. I think he actually scanned that. I think both players actually scanned that. Not going to risk just moving out. Just want to make sure they take care of all those mines. Anyway, we actually do have a big move out now by Shiny. It looks like going to go try and establish position on the other side of these bridges, sort of contain his opponent slightly, but it looks like Sock is moving out just to try and make sure this doesn't happen too easily. He's got to be careful though. There's a lot of mines clumped. He could actually take a couple of mine hits now if he's not careful, because he's got a couple of tank siege as well. And here we go. Shiny is moving onto the high ground here. Man, could you imagine if Shiny actually wins this 1 game and just knocks Sock out? That would be so funny. Because like technically Sock would be 2-1 against Shiny in the group, but just because Shiny wins the last game, then he advances. Ooh, that would be interesting. I think a lot of people would have things to say about that in terms of the group format. And it looks like oh, he's gonna get the tag? Yes, he does! Oh, I don't think he can get away though. No, he cannot. There's no point really on sieging that. Anyway, looks like we have got 5 facts now for Shiny. I think actually 5 facts for both players. Just taking a look at the minimap, it looks like 5 in the main base of Sock as well. Doesn't appear to be using his starport anymore, which is a bit of a waste actually. He only made like 1 or 2 dropships. I think only 1 actually, didn't really do anything. But oh, nice position here by Shiny, getting on the high ground, taking down all the siege tanks. 1 Vulture actually coming in, trying to be a boss, but not gonna happen. Meanwhile, we do have a Vulture running here for Sock, but it's just going to get intercepted here. Sock really losing a lot of these small engagements here. Oh man, Sock is not in a happy place right now. Shiny could very well take this game and knock Sock out. Man, could you imagine Sock knocked out as well in the round of 32? Man, all these top-notch players are just dropping like flies. Okay, I shouldn't say that yet. He's still perfect. He's still fine. He's still in the game. But if the game keeps up like this, it's not going to be great for him. This counter drop could be a turning point though, because Shiny's been devoting a lot of units to this counterattack, and he's just now moving out all his reinforcements once again. This could be the horrible anti-timing for him, moving everything out as the 2 dropships approach his base. I mean, I don't know what's in these drops, but it could be really, really bad for him. Shiny's just got everything going for the contain and nothing at home. And here go the 2 dropships. He needs to pull back now. He's not pulling back yet. I'm looking at the minimap. He's not reacting, and there is the drop in the main base. Doing a little wheelie there, and Shiny, you can see on his face, is not happy about this. He knows this is really, really problematic. Oh man, those tanks finding a perfect little nook in the back right there. I don't even know what Shiny's going to do. In fact, some Vultures even running around to go back and support these tanks. Is he just going to go for the counter? I think Shiny might just go for the huge counterattack. I don't know if this is the best idea, because it's going to be so hard to actually break into Sock's base. It looks like he's just going to rely on his reinforcements to defend. He didn't actually really pull any units back, but he's just losing so much mining time. Oh my god, this drop is so ridiculously effective. This 2 dropship attack should really not be this effective, but it is. Meanwhile, the command center is actually floating over to the 9 o'clock, but obviously no SCVs can transfer out. Shiny still has the complete contain off, but oh man, that is a lot of dropships. He's going to drop all over the siege tanks here. Oh, here we go. This could be the big breakout. No, is he actually going to break out, or is he going to go for the counter drop? I think he's going to counter the main. Oh my god, he's going to drop the main again. He's going to do another drop on the main. Shiny's completely devoted to the contain, but it doesn't matter because his main base is going to die. There are 4 dropships heading over to Shiny's main right now, and I don't know how he's possibly going to keep his main alive. Oh my god, this is going to be really bad. Looks like he's only just now cleaned up the initial 2 dropship attack. He's finally pulling some units back, but there are mines in the way, and he doesn't have enough units to actually clear this out just by A-moving. Oh my god, he's got to be so careful. These mines could just kill everything as he comes back. Oh man, really well played by Sock, and there is the huge Doom drop in the main base. Devastating for Shiny, who was definitely in a good position in this game, but I don't know if he can hold his main base. Oh man, and now his factories are being camped by the siege tanks as well, so any reinforcements will get taken out. I think Shiny's just going to have to use his SCVs to buffer to get some more units up into the main base. Oh my god, this is so horrific for Shiny. He's still barely holding on the contain, but another drop just on those siege tanks will probably clean it up. It looks like Shiny is going to take back his main, but he's lost so many SCVs, and now his contain is so weak that it can easily be broken out of. Shiny, I feel kind of bad for him. He was definitely playing the beginning of the game quite well, but now is not in a happy place. We're even going to have some cloaked wraiths coming out. Ugh. Man, I'm a little bit surprised by this though, because I mean, I guess Sock feels like he's already got enough dropships. It just feels like making some wraiths, and you know there is no anti-air here at the contain. And look at this, he's just gonna run around the contain again. This contain is not containing anything. Oh man, look at this, just ferrying the units out the other side to defend the 9 o'clock. Man, that precious contain that, you know, Shiny just sacrificed his main base for has done absolutely nothing. Pretty well played here by Sock though, to just keep going for the counter. I mean, the thing is, because he knows he can hold on to his own naturals so easily, that going for these, and the contain doesn't really matter if he just goes for the counterattacks. And here we go, Shiny now realizes that there are tanks on the map. At least Chinese gotten his mineral only, but he's gonna have to do something about this gas base. The only good thing is at least that no SCVs have been transferred over yet. They might just scoot into the dropships. Yeah, I think he's just loaded up a bunch of SCVs to transfer to this base. The gas is already mining, which is the important thing anyway. But I don't know what Shiny's really gonna do about this. He might be able to attack sort of from the north side and get an angle on the base. I'm not really sure, but obviously he can't see the map like I can, so he wouldn't know that. Meanwhile, the mineral only is moving out. That is actually going to be blocked for now, though. But again, with a few dropships dropping on top of those tanks, in fact, the Wraiths could probably just get rid of those tanks by themselves. Anyway, gonna move out here. Oh man, he just took a mine hit even though he scanned. That's quite a bit of a waste. Anyway, no, another drop. He has mined his base a little bit, it looks like. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. One mine went off. That's not enough. Oh god, the SCVs. No! Shiny! Shiny! Shiny's gonna be alive. I think he's gonna live. He's gonna live for now. But he is basically dead. Oh man. I mean, the mineral only even got dropped to the vultures. The wraiths are still building. Looks like the 12 o'clock is being blocked. There's something at the 3 o'clock there. It looks like it might be an SCV. But in the meantime, Sock is now taking a hidden base here at the top left main. He's also taking the 6 o'clock here. Sock expanding like crazy. I guess he must just have a bunch of extra minerals to spare. Although he is making a good number of vultures though. But this game is looking impossible to win now for Shiny. I mean, it just kind of shows that, you know, Sock is just a level above Shiny. Shiny had a good position, he had the contain, but is just completely being picked apart here in the late game. And Sock just has command centers everywhere. So I think now it's a matter of time. I mean, you know, in their game on Electric Circuit, even though Shiny took massive damage in the beginning, he still sort of pulled it back a little bit and drew the game out, but really he's gonna have to play miraculously in order to come back. And now the Wraiths are going to reveal themselves, get rid of these tanks, it looks like. And the Goliaths are a little bit far away. The Goliaths are in fact blocked by a tank drop that's just in the middle of the map, preventing them from actually saving these few siege tanks on the contain. So that's a really cool drop location. It looks semi-random just in the middle of the map, but it's actually blocking the path of the tanks as they come back. It looks like some mines also blocking here as well. Even though they'll get scanned, they at least do buy a little bit of time and allow Sock to reposition to block this. And GG from Shiny! Oh man, with his contain broken and nothing left for him, Shiny gives up the game. Sock advances to the round of 16, and Shiny is eliminated. So that means from our group today, we will have Modesty and Sock advancing. I think most people would have predicted those two. But still a very interesting result with Modesty destroying Sock in the winners match. I do not think many people saw that one coming. So yeah, we're going to go to a winner's interview now with Sock, and then that will wrap up the group for today. So thank you all for watching. I believe the winner's interview will be translated in the chat. Hopefully it'll be translated in the chat, so I'll just leave the stream running for a little while. But that'll be all from me, and otherwise I'll see you guys next Thursday for the next group. Hey! Actually, who is in the next group? Who's in Group E? Let me go have a look at Liquipedia here. Alright, SSL9 Liquipedia. So for Group E, it will be Tyson,